Take a moment and think about how $1 million can change your life. Well, that's precisely what we're trying to achieve in only 30 days. Now, if you're a new trader, this is being done through using prop firms and challenges. And if you haven't been following us so far, I would definitely watch episode 1 and 2. And if this is your first time watching me, my name's Rob Donner, and I was probably in the exact same position you're in right now, watching this series for motivation and to see what's really possible with trading. And that's why I'm doing it all from the comfort of my mum's garage. When I went full time with trading and when I launched WokeFX, I was in this exact spot with only $300,000 in funding. Now I've passed 3 million. So if you've been enjoying the series so far, please do drop a like and subscribe. I put a lot of effort into these videos and try and give you guys as much value as possible. So if you want that to continue, please do show some support. We are back and it is fucking freezing. It's so cold. This garage is like the coldest thing in the entire world, but it's calm. Bit of cold palmer.
You know, chippy chips. Yeah.
In today's episode, it's going to be super valuable for you guys. We're going to be trading with... What are we trading with? I don't actually know. Oh, we pass another funded account. Or do we? You don't know because you need to see the video. So we're trading an Ep3 account, which is what I meant to do in the last video. It's an 100k phase 1. And then we also trade our funded account as well. So do we expand on that 4k payout we've already got? Hopefully you enjoy the rest of this video. And yeah, tune in.
What?
Oh, and just to let you know on where we're actually at right now, we've passed 200k in funding, we've got a 200k in phase 2, and like I said, we're on Ep3 100k now, and we've also already secured a 4k payout. Okay, so we've entered a trade on the funded, a little bit of an late entry, and we've just started a fresh Ep3 account, which again isn't at the best neck. Well, obviously we've just entered, so it's not going to be great. We're going to put our stops in. So stop should be 960, 960 that is. TPs, I don't know why we're on that. TPs should be around, I want to go to up there, so 9,200 ideally. 9,200. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. Cool. Let's see how that does. Now, the reason why I'm looking at this trade is because it's a very valid entry. Someone actually messaged me saying, Luke, is it just me or is EU having a setup? And yeah, he's not wrong. He isn't wrong. So yeah, we're going to take it mechanically. We're trying to trade as mechanically as possible in this challenge. So all the positions so far, except for one in New York, have been like the mechanical setup that we trade in Woke. Doing an EU trade, oh God, what is going on with the hair? Doing an EU trade don't normally, but the setup looks really valid. So let's see how it does. So you're probably thinking, Rob, what's going on? Are you taking signals? Yes, to a degree, kind of. From my own students or people within WokeFX, basically I mainly focus on GU, so I'm almost always only looking at GU. There was no setup. I was doing a bit of live trading and speaking to the Discord, and I wasn't seeing anything, so I wasn't placing any trades. Now, obviously, to get the results I need to within this challenge, there's 30 days to do it, so I've really got to trade as much as possible. And Luke spotted a really nice setup on EU, which I'll talk about in full depth later on in the video. But yeah, shout out to Luke because he secured me a good trade. But yeah, we've got Dan's interview coming out tonight. Look, I'm just editing at the moment. This is what I'm editing. These are all of Dan's payouts, or some of them actually. It's not even all of them. And he's going to talk through how he's done that and achieved that with WokeFX. So guys, I have just made myself a coffee and we're back to editing Dan's beautiful little face in his interview that's coming out tonight. But obviously this is in the future now for you guys. But let's see how the trade's doing. So first, on the funded account, we are up to 8k profit split, which realistically, when I close this trade, there will not be another trade on this account. But let's have a look at the other account. That is up 2.4% now. Lovely jubbly, that's the trade. Simple stuff, very simple stuff. It's a mechanical system that we teach in WokeFX. The fact that I took this off of someone else's trade idea, because I don't actually trade EU much, really ever, but GU had news this morning and I'm wanting to trade as much as possible for this series, which obviously isn't how you should really trade, but there is really good opportunities at the moment, which is really nice. And they sent the setup in and I look at it, that's pretty much spot on. GU ended up happening, but a bit later, so I've taken on both both positions on my funded, and I've taken the EU trade as well on my fresh challenge account. So very happy days. It's been 3 days and we've done 10%, 8%, so 18%. So 3 days of trading, by the way, 18%. Yesterday was 10. First day was 8, but then I also did, I think it was like 2% for payout. And then today we've done 2% on the phase 1, and then on my funded another 2%. So we've done about 4% today, I guess. Yeah, 4% today, and 20%, so 24% in 3 days, which is fucking unbelievable. Man's got enough flavour. See, I get questioned often, Rob, where are you from? Why are you not fully white? This is why. Look at all of that. Look at that seasoning. Yeah, we're cooking chicken. Fucking lots of it. About 5 breasts in there, I think. We need to keep the protein up because we've got Antigua in about a month. So yeah, I can get at. Detect me and whatnot. Boom. So basically, I got signaled by my own Discord, and I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna take the trade. So this account is a fresh FX5 100k phase 1. We're up 1.4% on that. Nothing crazy, but we did take it on the funded as well, the fresh funded that we got with you guys. So that one's on about 2k profit. We're up to 7.4k for that profit split. Probably should take partials at some point, or move stocks break even now actually. But the trade is very close to take profit, at least for GU anyways. So yeah, happy days, I guess. Happy days. Yep. Boom. So it's looking like it's going to be a 5-figure payout on this first funded account that we've done. As you can see, 1 of 1 funded. Don't want to go too in depth on that. But 9,878. Obviously, I'm not massively caring about like if it's exactly 10k or not, but we're pretty much there, which is pretty sick. So 3 days into the challenge, we've got 200k passed. We've got a 10k payout on that 200k. It's 100% profit split as well. We've passed a 200k phase 1, and we're also up on a 100k phase 1, or like one phase challenge as well. So it's fucking looking good, bruv. It's looking good. Right, so that 5-figure payout is confirmed. $10,015, just to show we're on a 1 of 1 funded account as well. There you go. Here's my trades. Every single one has been broken down in this series, so, and if not, taken live with the Discord. So yeah, fucking great fucking start, AR kid. So I am definitely due a loser. I haven't lost yet, and it's been like maybe my 5th trade now. So these are my positions today. So I took 1 buy this on the Effexify account. So this is a 1 phase account, one step account. I closed out my position. The stop loss is way too high. This needs to be lower. I stopped out my position up here. So my buy is still on 1 minute. So that's why I think everything looks a bit high. So I entered here and closed out my position there. Not the best trade. It could close much higher. And the risk reward was around a 2R. But obviously with the market playing out for New York, notice this extreme kind of selling pressure on the 5 minute and 15 and 1. So what I did was I cashed out my trade on the retracement into this premium after that change of character. And then I actually entered in a short from here. So yeah, this is looking good. We're in 1.2k profit, 3% up on this account. Obviously we've cashed 10k on the other account today, so obviously happy. And then we're in crypto trades as well, which I'm not going to disclose because that stuff isn't relevant to this challenge. But yeah, we're on our way. We're 10% done for the 100k a month, or 100k in profits, and we are what, 3 days into the challenge. So if you're wondering what this is me cashing out of our trade after hitting basically what we needed to hit to pass the entire challenge. So that was $10,000 in total profit. Whilst I was at golf with my buddy Pat, let's have a look at his drive. Light the candle! Nah, that was shit. But yeah, passed it. Sound as fuck. That's 100k challenge passed. What's that? Little certificate talking about? There it is. Wow, great times. Anyways, let's move on. Trade breakdown. Right here, let's break down these beautiful trades. We've had 2 in this day, and it was a little bit of a weird one, a little bit of a weird day. perchance. Basically what we had was, this is the EU trade, so basically it's the same thing on GU. I might break down GU for you guys as well, but basically all we were looking for was, and I don't know why I've got the change of character marked out here, that might have been on the 15, but the change of character was here. So reason being is because we created a new low. Depends if you count bodies or wicks. I think that's why they're in different places, but if you're counting bodies, then yeah, it's up here, but if you're counting wicks, down here. Anyways, what are we talking about? So prices obviously come through with structure like this. Weird. Where's my... Oh, there you are. Sorry, my thing wasn't there. Anyways, yes, here we go. So, I'm not fucking Fabrizio Romano. Anyways, you got this high, new low, new high, new low. After sweeping Asian liquidity and waiting for... We actually did get some sort of kill zone here, but like I said, no structural changes. So, again, waiting for that structural changes, waiting for that kill zone of 7 AM at a minimum. On EU, I find it more effective, because that is obviously Frankfurt open, and that's relevant to EU a bit more. But yeah, we had this change of character, then retest of EQ. Don't know why my position's up there. It would have been here. And myself maybe 1 or 2 pips at the low. And yeah, target a simple 2R. Probably would have gone higher realistically towards 3R, but we didn't, because I actually had to cash out here because I started getting excited by this position. This is really discretionary and very emotional, so that's not how you want to be as a trader. But like I've been saying multiple times, this is a challenge. I need to be getting as much funded as quickly as possible and try and get as much payouts for you guys quickly as possible, just to show that you can do it. And obviously trading is an actual legit thing, and obviously this isn't like the best way to show it, because realistically I'd show you a log of a funded account for like a year and talk you through every single position, but I'm trying to get as much information out to you guys as possible. This challenge could have equally gone awfully wrong, and I could have lost every single challenge that I took, but luckily we're doing pretty well. So yeah, we had this high. Obviously this was a high of London to a degree. Price then started to move up pre-New York and into New York. New York then created a high up here. Again, I think this is now 15 minute, because technically, again, change of character here. But let's say we'll look. It doesn't matter either way. It's the same kind of concept. You're looking from here to here. Now, this trade was more of an OTE rather than a EQ. So this execution was very, 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 very discretionary, to the point where you shouldn't really trade it like this. In terms of, I was looking at this area, this would have been 15 minute probably. Waited for this change of character. Once we started retesting, I was out of this position and into another, which is really not how you should trade. I can't stress this enough. But I was only up like 1.5% on this account, and if we're going to hit a mil in 30 days, we need to be fucking aggressive. So ended up being this position here, which is actually what secured me the pass, and that's what you saw in that golf shot video. This was a trade that got me to, I think, like another 8%, something like that, 8.5%, which ended up getting me to 10k, which was enough to pass the challenge. Analysis being taking out London high, causing a change of character with good price action as well. Entry on OTE rather than EQ this time. Stop loss would have been at this high, and it would have been aggressive. It would have been aggressive as fuck. So 1.5%, maybe even 2% risk. I know, because I deal with these kind of account sizes so much, lot sizes depending on the pips, I'm really good with. I can kind of, like, if you look at all my positions, you won't ever see me using a lot size calculator, but you'll see I pretty much have it to the pip every time in terms of how much I'm losing. All the losses that I have taken, obviously I'm in the future now, so obviously we have taken losses. You can see how little they are compared to our winners, and that's because of my risk reward, and that's because of the amount of lots that I trade. So yeah, this is it. This is the positions. This is what passed my FX fight 100k account. We're now 300k fully funded with a 200k in phase 2 and a 10k payout secured. How crazy is that in 3 days of trading? I personally haven't seen that completely documented on YouTube, almost live to a degree. We've shown the live sessions, we're showing the trades as we're taking them. Can't really get more transparent than that. So yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video so far. I'm actually going to do a little bit of a psychology breakdown. So if your psychology is absolutely amazing, then that's the end of the video. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. But if you want to hear 2-3 minutes of me talking about psychology and how to improve on your mindset and how to think about trading, absolutely watch the next 3 minutes of this video, as it should be very, very beneficial for you. Right, let's fucking do it. So, I mean, sometimes you gotta laugh, don't you? I feel like I'm like all the way back to square one, and I've kind of taken a bit of time, just kick the fucking camera. I've taken a bit of time to reflect as to where I was when I first started trading and where a lot of you guys are going to be right now. And I asked the Discord, is there anything you guys want from this video? Because they all watch these videos as well. And they were saying like, it's really fun to watch, but most traders' problem is psychology and feeling they're not good enough and feeling that they're not getting to where they need to be in quick enough time. I would always say that like the saying, for example, comparison is the thief of joy, is a really painful thing in trading, because obviously I own a community, so there's a lot of people always sending through results and payouts and funding and 6 figures, multi-6 figures, 7 figures, 10k payouts, whatever. And obviously when you see someone like me right now doing this crazy stuff in a very short amount of time, it might make you think, oh, I've been trading for 2 years, for 3 years, for 4 years, for 5 years, and I've still not got results like that. I'd always just say you're on your own journey. Obviously, I've taken the steps that I've taken to get where I am now. But obviously, when I first started work, for example, and I had those 300k in funding, that took me years to get to that stage, years. And I did it here. Now, I'm doing that in 3 days. So what I'm trying to say is it might take you years to get to that first step, but once you've gotten to that stage and you're able to get those payouts, you're able to get that funding, then it does generally have that compound effect, where you suddenly start seeing more consistent results, you get more payouts, you get more funding, and kind of life starts to accelerate. It's all about getting around that first hurdle and having the belief that you're going to get past that first hurdle. Because I'd say the reason why the success rate of traders is so low is because only 90%, if that, get past that first hurdle and actually get to the stage where they are in that top percentage of people getting funded and getting payouts. It doesn't have to be your prop firms, obviously personal account traders as well. And I just think, it's like I said, it's very easy to look at people like me or all the other million of traders or gurus, whatever the fuck you want to call them, on social media who are showing everything, all the wins, all the payouts, all the certificates, and living the lifestyle that you're dreaming of. But at the end of the day, they would have gone through hardship as well. Obviously not the scammers and like the gurus that you might be thinking of, but the people who are actually good traders will often have invested thousands of pounds into education, like myself. They would have been in debt, like myself. They would have spent years without actually getting any payouts and without having any progress, it seems, to the camera. But actually, you're making tons of progress. It's just under the water. You don't see it like you see a duck or a swan. You don't see them paddling away. You just see them looking elegant and getting really good results because they're moving forward. And that's the exact same thing with trading. In that process to becoming a funded trader, becoming a consistently profitable trader, you're working that whole way, but no one can see it because no one can see the payouts. No one can see the returns. No one can see this lifestyle that you're meant to be living because you're a Forex trader. Until eventually you get to that destination and you start seeing the payouts and you start getting through that first hurdle, and suddenly it's flowing and you're getting more and more payouts, you're getting more and more funding, and life is starting to look how you want it to look. But obviously, like I said, there's tons of work to get there. Just stop comparing yourself to these people who spent years doing it or who've gotten really lucky and maybe been able to pick things up very quickly and learn the hardship very early on. Then, like I said, that's just their individual journey. It's going to be 10 times sweeter when you get there after spending extra amount of time doing it than someone who just comes in, gets lucky within a year, they're funded $1 mil, $2 mil. This series is very hard to like process because it's unrealistic, but it's obviously realistic because I'm doing it. And I remember watching these type of videos and thinking they were really cool. That's kind of what got me into trading, these type of videos. But I wish that they were trying to be as transparent as I'm trying to be in this concept, and you'll see later on in the series how transparent I get. But yeah, I hope obviously you guys have taken some sort of out of this series and obviously what I'm saying today for you. I know there's tons of you guys watching at the moment who wish to have the results that we're getting here. And I just want to say it's not impossible. You guys can absolutely do it. There's no reason why you can't. Just need to stick through it and get through those hurdles. I'll see you in the next video.